All right, many thanks, Karo, and then I will see you on the Business Roundtable in the next hour here on PM Live for the end of the week. And I'm sure always some very fascinating interviews there. We need to come back here at the Kenyatta International Conference Center. I told you I have several guests, 3 gentlemen coming on set. The first is Kariuki Gathitu, is the founder of Zege Technologies. Who are Zege Technologies?
Zege Technologies is a firm that basically got into the mobile money market and space to bridge the gap that businesses were having in their mobile money assimilation.
What is that in English?
Basically, the uptake of mobile money, you find there's a problem when customers demand that a business receives mobile money. The business has to adapt itself to be able to manage that kind of flow of customers' money via mobile money. So this has to do with the integrations of these payments to the systems, and a few of the things that the mobile money operators do not offer is integration into such things. So we come in there to bridge that gap.
From a consumer's perspective, we know of the mobile money offerings, the M-Pesas and the Orange Monies and Airtel Monies of this world and UCash. And then we know services that are almost in between, like M-Cash comes to mind from Equity Bank, and a few other banks have similar services. Where does Zege come in this whole space?
Zege are, we are a company that has built M-Pair.
Yes.
Now, M-Pair is a product that drives this kind of operations. It is more for businesses and banks and MFIs that may use it. It will not probably be very visible. It is what works behind the background, in the background, to offer this service, to offer real-time communication and transactions to the customer.
Yes.
And direct integration into systems for the business.
How long has M-Pair been around?
M-Pair has been around for now. We're on version 3. We're on version 3, and it's been around for almost a year now. As you know, the market is very young, so most of the technology that is built around mobile money is very young.
So your job involves going to banks and financial institutions and saying you need M-Pair?
Yes, our job as Zegetech, my job
Yes.
is build the technology.
Yes.
But as a business, this is what we do. We go and we want to ease the pain that banks and MFIs have. In most places that I have researched, they have an M-Pesa department, because M-Pesa is the biggest widely used. So they have this M-Pesa department that does reconciliations all day, and this makes transactions a bit slow. Some banks have done integration, and this is not really capable for everybody. Some MFIs do not have the capacity to technologically create and innovate within their departments. And so, though they still need this service, they are not able to do it because of that small issue. Big banks are able to hack it, and they're able to bring a solution forward because of their capacity.
Why did you decide to build a solution for mobile payments?
I decided to do that because it was a big problem, and the opportunity presented itself. When I look at the market space, Kenya is a buzz, and in technology terms, the buzz, you could say 60 to 80% of the buzz is all about mobile money, or mobile applications for commerce, or mobile transaction systems. So for me, it was a great opportunity, and it was the right time. And having first mover advantage was key for me. So I had to venture out while people are still trying to figure out how this thing is done.
Is there a market for this?
I think there's a huge market. The market dynamics change from here to there, and things are different now than they are before. The MNOs are styling up and getting better at their services.
Mobile number operators, for people who don't understand, yes.
Oh, yes, the mobile number operators. They are styling up, they are growing their service and increasing offerings, and even technologically, I believe they're working on things. However, there's still a huge space for people who are like us in this industry.
How hard is it for you as a young person who's going to have a meeting with the CFO of a big bank, and they're looking at you thinking, you probably can't know what you're talking about? Do you experience that?
Yes. The first thing that I guess people are surprised about when they meet me is my youthful nature. They're like, hey, this guy is very young. And that is something I have to fight with. I have a team of more older people, so when it calls to the looking, and then I have to I present them before, because sometimes if they cannot see through this boy, then they'll never see the man and the businessman. So I have to make them see that. But the business is solid.
How did you decide to go into business? Because you used to work somewhere at a bank.
Yeah.
Why move away from that? And the impression many people have in Kenya is if you work in a bank, you're well sorted, quote unquote, you make good money, it's a good career. Really,
my motivation for working, I am an entrepreneur in my blood. In my blood, I'm an entrepreneur. The opportunities that the bank afforded me were really, they were great. But there comes a time when you reach a point and you have grown. And I saw that the bank could not probably give me the opportunities that I wanted to harness.
Right.
And so I decided to seek those opportunities elsewhere. Among other things, that would have been the biggest motivation, basically my dream.
So going out and you're starting a tech company, where do you get the money from?
We get our money from our own pockets, and also as we continue to build, we are a young startup, so we get a lot of support from organizations. Right now, our office is hosted at Bishop Magwa Center in the M Lab, which is an incubation space that has been set up with the partnership of InfoDev, World Bank, and I believe also the government of Kenya.
Right.
And such initiatives help small businesses like us with great ideas, and those that do not have necessarily the resources to build it up. They release the stress of thinking about a lot of things, and help us to concentrate on our product, on our brilliance, and on our ideas.
For young guys who are watching this and wondering how do I start out, and the uncertainty of it all, what has been your experience?
First of all, I think you have to listen to the opportunities. Your eyes have to wide open, and you have to also have a dream, so that when the opportunity meets your dream, then something great happens. Primarily, problems are what constitute opportunities, and many young people, they may not want to tackle the problem because they perhaps do not take responsibility of that problem.
Right.
But I would urge young people to take responsibility of the problems that are around them, because that problem will eventually constitute your opportunity.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 27.
And you're already in business. How long have you been in business? For how long have you been in business?
Well, I was in business since second year in campus. I was in Kenyatta University.
Right.
And I did a business that dealt in web applications and websites for about 2 years, where I again reached a level where I had to grow. And so because I was not able to achieve some things, I decided to get into the corporate world, which I did for another 2 years. And now I am back into business. I have grown more, I have more networks, and so the opportunities have become even bigger.
Kariuki Gathitu, we'll leave it there. Many thanks for dropping by.
Thank you.
And how you get a hold of him on Twitter is @Gathitu, right?
Correct.
Yes, let's bring you up to speed with the latest in news.